What is up, YouTube? Dustin Yu here, back with the Washington Capitals franchise mode. We started off last time. We are currently 24, 15, and 2. We're having a good start so far. Power play was an issue, but first I had some comments. So one was Pens Gaming 7. Basically, he said having goals like you used to would be awesome. So that's something I never even thought about. So I'm gonna do that really quick. So basically, I want to win 2 Stanley Cups. Let's go easy on ourselves. 1 President's Trophy would be dope. And then if we could have a 3rd round player or later make the lineup eventually, that'd be great. I don't know how long we're gonna go, so maybe 10 years. I'm not sure. And then have a player win the Calder Trophy. So we're gonna just have 4 goals, 4 stretch goals basically, to start it off, which I think is okay. And then in terms of the power play, it looked like just comments about it being too realistic. Could be coaching stats. So basically, coaching staff. So I double checked our coaching staff. Our head coach has an A power play. That's the only thing he has an A in, which is crazy. And then like our associate coach is defensive, but his power play is B. Our assistant coach has an A- in power play. And then our goalie coach is just a goalie coach. So I played around with our power play a little bit. This is kind of what I'm looking at right now. We got Ovechkin, Backstrom, Wilson, Carlson, and Mantha. And then Kasi, Eller, Oshie, and Schultz and Kuznetsov. I had Kuznetsov at center here, but Eller actually has better faceoffs. He's got 80 faceoffs, and Kuznetsov has a 70 faceoff. I don't know how he's a centerman. I also tried Oshie there for a second, but like, yeah, he doesn't really fit anywhere else other than, like, he's got faceoffs, but it says he's a right wing. I don't know. So he fits there and on the right wing, but he doesn't fit on the offhand. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But yeah, we're going to try this. This used to be our line 1 used to be a +5. But we're changing Wilson and Mantha. We're putting them in there. And then this one was a +1, but we put Oshie and Kuznetsov. So we're just trying to swap it around a little bit to see if that could boost our power play. That's literally the only line change we're making, though. Everything else has been working for us, so if we can get it higher, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'm not overly concerned. Okay, so I'm going to keep simming. Basically, we're going to go to the end of February because there's not many games left in January, and there's basically that huge Olympic break here. So I'm going to sim to the end of Feb, let you guys know how we're doing, and then potentially see if we can make a trade. I kind of want to get rid of Copley. But yeah, we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so we're 33, 19, and 2. We're still sitting at top of the Metropolitan. We have 68 points. We're actually we're 3rd in the league, I believe. In terms of points, Backstrom has 50 and is leading our team. Ovechkin has 47. He's got 29 goals, though, which is crazy. Oshie has 40 points. Carlson has 39. Kuznetsov with 38. Mantha with 33. And Eller with 31. Where is Wilson? Wilson on the first line has 22 points. For our goalies, Samsonov is 24, 13 with 2 OTLs, no shutouts, a 909 and a 280 goals against. Not bad stats, actually. Vanacek is a 98 and 0. He's got 1 shutout, a 908 and a 278. So both their goalies are actually pretty consistently, they're pretty close to each other, actually, which is pretty surprising. Our goals for has actually dipped a little bit. I think we're at 3.24 or something. Our goals against, I think, actually got better. Power play dropped. It was like 12 something. And our PK was an 87 something. So we're actually, our PK's gotten a little worse. I don't know what to do about this power play. I've literally tried so many combinations. It's just like crazy. So I think I'm going to try something else and see if that works. Alright, so by just swapping TJ Oshie and Tom Wilson, we get a 5 instead of a 3 on our first line. And I think we get a 2. Yeah, we get a 2 instead of a 3. So, I don't know. We're going to try this and see if it helps at all. Yeah, we're just trying stuff at this point. But, yeah, we're still doing okay. So, I'm not overly concerned. So we're into March. I think I'm going to sim up to the trade deadline, and then we're going to do a quick assessment and see if there's anything that we could use on our team. So we'll stop the sim. I'll show you guys just like our record, and then we'll take a look and see. All right, so we're 36, 24, and 2. The Penguins have actually kind of gone on a tear, and they've passed us in points. They have 79, we have 74. We're still in a playoff position, so I'm not really concerned. But let's take a look and see if we have any weaknesses that we can improve on. All right, so purely from a plus and minus, Andre Cassie has a minus 10. However, a lot of that came with Toronto on the second line. He's actually only a minus 3 here. He's gotten 20 points, which is actually really solid on the fourth line. The next, we have Carl Hagelin, who is a minus 4 and has 24 points. Ty Smith is a minus 3. However, on our team, he's actually a plus 3. So his minus was from New Jersey. The other thing to note is we actually have the ability to move up Connor McMichael. He's got up to an 80 overall now. He's got, 14 points for us. So there's a potential to move him maybe to the left wing on the third line. Maybe get him some more ice time. And in return, maybe we trade Carl Hagelin and try and get like a really good fourth line center. I think that's really it. Goaltending wise, we're still doing really decent. Let's go by this, or wins, I guess. What's going on here? So Samson has 27, 17, has 2 OTLs, a 9-10 save percentage, a 9.83 goals against. Vanacek, he's literally only played one other game, which was a loss. That's fine. He's still got 1 shutout, a 9.08, and a 2.76. So like both of our goalies are actually doing really, really solid for us. Oh yeah, nice. Samsonov got up to an 85 now, which is good too. Alright, so in terms of our trade block going in, we're going to add this Magnuson kid. He's an unsigned prospect, essentially a 7th round pick. But he's got a little bit of value, so I don't know, maybe we can do something where we add him. And then for our wants, we're adding a 4th line forward to see if we can find a center that we can essentially trade up with McMichael. I mean, maybe we'll do 3rd line checking forward just to be safe here. And we're going to head into the trade deadline and see if we can figure something out here. Alright, so we're going to keep our current trade block. We're going to head into the trade deadline. Enter trade deadline. So, potentially we find an additional defenseman. Or like a 4th line center. I think one of those two would help. Alright, so we're going to try Phoenix Copley, Magnuson, Trevor Van Riemsdyk for Eric Stahl and a 3rd round pick. Whoa! Okay, they took it easily. Okay, perfect. Alright, so we moved Phoenix Copley. We got a 4th line center. We can bump up. I mean, we'll have Hagelin for the playoffs because we have to turn injuries on. So we'll have Hagelin as like an extra player, which is great. We can move McMichael up. We got rid of Phoenix Copley. We got a 3rd round pick in return, which isn't bad. And we gave up a 7th unsigned player. So I'm fairly happy with that. I don't know if there's anything else that we could do here. And after looking, there seems to be no additional defensemen that seem worth going after. So I think we're done here. We traded Copley. We picked up a 4th line center. I mean, it is Eric Stahl, so he's like pretty old, but I mean, he performed well for us in Winnipeg. So let's see how he does here. I mean, we probably could have signed him for nothing, but at the start of the season. But I wanted to see how everyone kind of developed and stuff. So I think that's it. I don't think we need to do much else. Honestly, I think we're pretty set here. So let's get out of here, out of the deadline. I think we're okay. All right, so here we go. So trade alert. So Thomas Hurdle and a 4th to Minnesota. For Jesper Wallstead in 2 seconds to San Jose. Holy moly, it's a pretty big trade. Connor Clifton on waivers. Who's this guy? I mean, that's not a bad pickup for really nothing at all. Defense pairing 3. Yeah, I mean, he'd be good for our... he's only $1 million, 2 years remaining. That's not a bad pickup at all, actually. I think I'm going to grab him. Sure, let's claim him. 26 years old, that's not bad. He could still get better. Alright, so basically it said that there was only one blockbuster trade, but like there's a lot of trades here. So let's go through these. So Ottawa acquired Leddy and Stetcher and a fourth from Detroit in return for a first. Bernard Docker and Johansson. Okay. Seattle acquired Mackie Samoskevich and John Ludwig from Florida. Florida acquired Adam Larson and a fourth. So that's a pretty big trade. Boston acquired Mark Giordano and Connor Carrick from Seattle. Sheesh. Seattle got a first from Boston, Lauco and Kaser. Okay. Toronto got Alex Edler and a third from LA. LA got a second. Seattle got Samarukov and Konovalov from Edmonton. These names are crazy for me. And Edmonton got Chris Dredger in return. That's pretty big for them. Wow. Like, that's actually massive for Edmonton. Montreal acquired Vincent Trocheck and a second from Carolina. Carolina got Shea Weber and a third. Montreal acquired a second and Mads Sogard from Ottawa. Ottawa got Jake Allen, a fourth-round pick, and another fourth-round pick. San Jose got a first and Simon Benoit from Anaheim. Anaheim got Brent Burns and a third round. Calgary got Galchenyuk and Scott Wedgwood from Arizona. Arizona got Rizika, Wolf, and a fourth-round pick. Wolf's actually a good prospect goalie. Calgary acquired Andrew Kopp and a third-round pick. Wow, that's a pretty big trade, actually. Winnipeg got a second-round pick, a third-round pick for next year, and Werner from Calgary. The Islanders got a second-round pick and Louis Eriksson from Arizona. Arizona got Semyon Varlamov. Okay. Arizona making some plays. New York acquired Jonathan Taves, a third-round pick for next year and a fifth-round for next year. And in exchange, Chicago got a first-round pick and Zach Jones. Oh my gosh! So a lot of big trades actually. That's pretty massive. All right, so after the trade deadline, this is what our lineup looks like. We got Ovechkin, Backstrom, Wilson. It decided to just change our lines on me, by the way. I'm just adding that in. I didn't actually make the change, and I haven't turned on assistant coach, but whatever. Mantha, Kuznetsov, Oshie, McMichael, Eller, and Cassie, and then Shiri, Stahl, and Hathaway. Unfortunately, Stahl doesn't work on our line, so it gives it a -1, but I don't know. I think it should be fine. I think it'll be fine. Worst case scenario, we can just trade these two guys and see what happens, because that makes it even. So we haven't actually done a slow sim, so I'm gonna sim up to the Pittsburgh game, and then we'll go over how we're doing so far, and then we'll do a slow sim against Pittsburgh. All right, so we're heading into our game against Pittsburgh. We're currently 40, 26, and 4. They are 44, 22, and 6. They're actually like 10 points ahead of us. They have we have 2 games in hand on them. The Islanders have also passed us, so we haven't really done super. I mean, we've done okay, but we haven't done super well since the trade deadline. However, our power play has actually improved quite considerably. It's like 15% now, which is crazy. So I don't know what happened there, but it jumped up quite a bit. All right, Washington, Pittsburgh. First period, 1-1 Wilson on the power play and Aston Reese. Second period, 2-2. We got Bluger and then Ovechkin. Third period. So we're actually doing pretty decent. Pittsburgh's out shooting us quite a bit, though. Ooh, power play. Wow, that's a long power play. It's probably the longest. There we go. Cassie on the power play. Let's go, baby. This new and improved power play. I don't know what's going on here. McGinn tied it up. Okay. Minute to go. Ooh, Tom Wilson. 4-3. Big dubs. That's a huge game for us. So Tom Wilson late wins it. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist in the game. Ovi with 3 points. Bluger for Pittsburgh. That's a big dubs. All right, so essentially we got nothing much else to do, so we're just going to sim to the end of the season and see where things kind of settled and see who we're playing in the playoffs. All right, so we're at the end of the season. We finished 47, 30, and 5, so we finished with 99 points, and the Penguins finished first in our division with 100. And let's look at our stats. All right, so Ovi finished with 46 goals and 77 points on the year. Backstrom had 73, so he slowed down a little bit. Oshie 65, Kuznetsov 64, Carlson with 51, Eller with 50, Mantha with 46, Cassie at 35. I'm actually curious how McMichael finished. Didn't look like he did a whole lot in the end there. He only had like 2 assists down the stretch, which is kind of unfortunate, actually. Eric Stahl. Oops, let's check out Eric Stahl here really fast. See how he did. So he had 1 point. And he was a -3 on our 4th line. Eesh. Goalie-wise, Samsonov finished 37-20 with 5 OTLs. He had 1 shutout finally. He finally got one. A .913 save percentage, 2.7 goals against. Vanacek went 10-12. Okay, 1 shutout, 908, and a 276 goals against. So overall, we finished 5th in the league. Colorado had 112 points. Our goals for dropped. It's sitting at 3.06, which isn't bad at all. It's not bad by any means. Our goals against was a 2.83, so it continued to improve. Power play 16.7. I don't know what we did, but we found the magic combination, and that improved our power play pretty considerably. Our PK finished at 85.8, which is actually not bad considering that the Avs were like obviously the best, 91.2, but in the top 7 teams, we were actually the second best, which isn't bad. The Islanders did okay too. So like I'm okay with that. It's actually not too bad. All right, in terms of overall league points, David Pastrnak finished with 106, tied with Patrice Bergeron. Austin Matthews had 98 points. He had 60 goals. Oh my gosh. McKinnon had 92. Kopitar with 88. Larkin 87. Goals. Ovi finished second with 46, so that's pretty good. McKinnon was third. Kane, McDavid. Defenseman points. Roman Josi had 72. And goalies. Darcy Kemper had the most wins, and he actually had really good stats for the Avs. So no wonder they did so well. All right, so let's advance a day and see who we play in the first round here. It is the New York Islanders. New York Islanders. They actually, I was like, we had a pretty similar record, but that's interesting. So yeah, we'll play the Islanders. We'll do the playoffs next video. All right, so New York Islanders next time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. And thanks again for checking out the video. Hopefully we see you guys next time. And have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching, guys.